Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to do a slimline trim onto the edges of a plasterboard wall. What we've got here is we're doing a custom bar in this old cupboard, and what we want to go to look for is a floating middle pillar here and then a nice timber bench top. So we're going to have to put on this trim around these two joins of the plasterboard to get a nice finish when we plaster. So get your trim, put it on the edge like that. Mark where it ends on your slimline. Now we've got our mark there. With a pair of tin snips, we're going to cut backwards at a 45 towards our mark, both sides. We cut at a 45 because that allows us to get a nice plaster finish. If you leave it square, sometimes the edges of the metal can get caught up with the trowel and it just makes it for a pretty yuck finish. But you want to make sure that you're getting this point edge as close to the end as you can, because that's going to allow the plaster to hold best. If it's too far back, you might end up with a cracking edge, which is going to look pretty shitty. So we've done our edge there, and we're also going to 45 back into where it joins into the wall. Double check it. Cool, that's perfect. So to put these on, it's got these holes here. And what you can either do, there's three ways you can do it. You can use an air stapler, which I find the quickest and the most powerful because it actually can go through the metal as well. You can use a hand stapler. With a hand stapler, you normally need to try and line the staples up to go through the holes, because a hand stapler won't normally punch through the metal. And the third way is that you can just use some clouts and clout them through the holes. The air gun is a lot quicker and definitely the best way to do it, and if you've got a lot to do like we do, this is going to save a lot of time. So line it up with your first edge there at the front. The back, we'd rather have the front lined up, then the back can be a couple of millimeters off the wall. When you're shooting these on, make sure you're squeezing the slimline corner right into the plasterboard, or else you might get a couple of lumps that will show in the plaster. So you want to squeeze it right in so it's nice and flat. Do one side, work your way along from the end to the end. Don't start here, and then go into the middle, because that may leave a lump in the middle. Once again, the finish might not be as good as you want. Perfect, so that's how you install a slimline on an edge of a plasterboard or sheetrock. To carry on, we're going to do this on all of the edges along here, up and down. I'll show you what we've done on all of these edges here. So they come up to the shelves and then carry on along and then back down every external corner. And we'll be doing the same for this all the way around. Perfect, so that's our little false wall here, all trimmed up, ready to be plastered nice and square. Just remember what I've done on the bottom there is I've left 15 millimeters off the floor for the trim. That's going to allow our flooring to slide in really nicely. If that trim's touching the floor, it means you have to cut your flooring exactly perfect, because you can't slide it under. And if you're trying to cut the trim off, once it's plastered at the end, it's going to start cracking. And once again, give you a really shit finish. It's a bit of a waste of time if you've plastered, painted, and then you get a crack up it. So thanks for watching. Give us a subscribe, and it's my first video, so go a bit easy on me, but see you on the next one.